How's it going? David from Comic Book Investments. So in this video, we're going to look at 5 keys that are heating up, meaning they're going up in price, and some quite a bit. One on this list, a pretty big key, a recent big key, I should say, is up almost 5,000%. Yes, 5,000%. It's crazy. So we'll get into that, but that's at the end. So let's look at the first one. The first one is Amazing Spider-Man number 5. A 2.5 is up 50% from $690 back last year, now selling for over $1,000. A 7.5 is up 25% from selling from $4,800 to $5,990. And then 9.0 is up 121%. Last one sold was back in 2018 for a little over $4,000. Now one recently sold for $9,000. That's a big jump right there at a 9.0. So you have to look at things so it's like long term, right? Long term. A lot of times you'll get caught up in the ups and downs of this week or last month or whatever it is. You have to look at the big picture, big picture. So this is a perfect example of a big picture. Now, is this a first appearance of anyone? No. This is an early Doctor Doom, but not that early appearance, not like his second appearance or anything like that. Early Doctor Doom, but fighting Spider-Man. Doctor Doom's really hot right now because there's been a lot of speculation that Doctor Doom's going to show up in Black Panther 2. I hope he does because personally, I don't know why, I'm just not that interested in seeing Black Panther 2. I don't know. The trailers just don't really do it for me. I'll see it, of course. I see all superhero movies in the theater. But I don't know. And Submariner doesn't look all that great. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But in any case, Doctor Doom, rumors, might appear in Black Panther 2. I hope he does. I think there's been rumors that Adam Driver is going to be Doctor Doom, which I hope not. If you don't know who that is, that's Kylo Ren from the new Star Wars stuff. Ugh. He's a great actor or whatever, but I just don't want to. He's tarnished himself by being in those movies. Nonetheless, not like a big key of this book. Long term, this is a great book to get long term. Even if you're the person that bought it at the high of almost $6,000 for a 7.5, I think you're fine. You're sitting pretty. This long-term will be a great book. It's Spider-Man. It's an early Spider-Man. It's early Doctor Doom. Yes, I wouldn't worry about this book whatsoever. All right, Batman 42. A 2.5 is up 69% from $920 to $1,500. A 3.5 is up 34% from $1,250 to $1,680. And a 5.5 is up 14% from $2,320 to $2,640. So this is not a major key. This is just the first Catwoman cover in Batman. So I mean, it's like somewhat of a key there, but not much. Anyways, but some of these like older Batmans are a little tougher to get around this time. Not as much so as in the 50s, from I think 50 to 55, 54, somewhere there. They're really tough to get. Any DC, that's when superheroes are on a downturn and people were burning books. If you haven't seen my video on that, yes, they're burning comic books, and everyone thought comic books were the devil, basically. But this is somewhat of a key if you like Catwoman, stuff like that. Long term, this is a great book, I think. I mean, it's old golden age. You have to understand supply and demand. That's why modern books will never really be worth that much, because there's just so many of them. Unless all of a sudden we get a ton of new collectors over the years, this compiling more and more and more every single year, then modern books could be worth something in the future. But stuff like this, super rare. There's not that many out there. And then the ones that are out there, collectors have, and they're not giving up. Next, we got DC Comics Presents 49. A 9.4 is up 43% from 80 to 114. A 9.6 is up 107% from 140 to 290. And a 9.8 is up 51% from selling just in August 356, now selling for 536. So yes, this one is up. It's not hitting its all-time highs. I think it was almost $1,000 last year during the comic boom, but it's having a little bit of uptick. That's spoiler alert for the new Black Adam movie. You've been warned. Spoilers. Superman shows up in Black Adam. I mean, it's all over every comic, anything. So I'm sure, and it's also in the TV commercials as well. So not much of a spoiler, but he shows up there. So I'm hoping Black Adam does good box office wise, because if it does, then they're going to do a Black Adam Shazam Superman versus thing. And so that's on this cover. That's why it's jumped down. Will it continue to go up? No, it will not. It will not continue to go up. it's just spiking now because people see that and then they want that and they get it. But eventually this will continue to probably meander around for a while. First Lady Death cover. A 9.4 is up 8% from 370 to 400. A 9.6 is up 7% from 400 to 429. And a 9.8 is up 20% from 750 to 900. Not much. There's no real news or anything happening why this is going up. It's just like a more older independent. I think it's from like early 90s sometime, 91, 92, maybe 93. Not sure exactly, but somewhere in the early 90s. And it's going up just because purely the fact that these comics aren't that, like, there's not a lot of them out there, especially in a high grade. There's enough of them, but I mean, supply and demand. There's not much demand for Evil Ernie. Lady Death is much more popular than Evil Ernie, so there's something there, but not much. This is going to be one of those books. You're not going to get this book all of a sudden. It's going to go up to like, unless there's a movie or something, right? It's not going to all of a sudden double from 900 to, like $2,000, a little almost $2,000 in, in the next 5 years or something like that. Last on this list, this one's up almost 5,000. Yes, 5,000%. And it's a big one. All right, we got Marvel Family #1. This is the first appearance of Black Adam. A 2.5 is up 104% from 5,000 back in 2021, now selling about 10,000. A 5.0 is up 281% from around 4,500 back in 2020, now selling for 17,000. And a 9.0 is up 4,765%, currently selling for $90,000. One just sold. And the previous one, which was a long, long time ago, back in 2010, sold for $1,850. That's massive. Look at that huge, huge, huge jump. 5,000%. Now, this is what I'm talking about long term. Now, this is 12 years ago. $1,800. God, that's like nothing, like compared to what it is now. But someone bought it for $1,800, now selling it for $90,000. Think about this. Back in 2010, what could you get for $1,800 in Beyond Comics? Nothing really. Like, you couldn't even get a crappy car. Maybe you can get the crappiest of crappy cars. Definitely couldn't put a down payment on a house. Couldn't even come close. But what can you get for $90,000? Down payment on a house. You could buy a car. You could, I don't know, $90,000 is quite a bit. It's more than most people earn in a year, by far. I think the average salary is $55,000 a year. So it's double. That's 2 years' salary. What was the $1,800? Not anything close to anyone's salary back in 2010. So now, obviously, the Black Adam movie came out, and that obviously propelled this higher. But if the Black Adam movie didn't come out and it sold, my guess is it wouldn't be selling for $1,800. It'd probably be selling for, I don't know, 20, probably, without any Black Adam anything. No Rock, no nothing, none of that stuff. No hype. I think it would still probably sell for like 20 because the Black Adam movie, it's obviously selling for a lot more. There's a lot of hype around it. People also are aware of this book that they never were aware of before. A lot of people are now like, ooh, Black Adam's cool. I want to buy that book. And now it's like, now it's in that echelon of like, a top tier golden age book now. So that's the kind of beauty of, investing in comics. Things like this can happen. You could have put that $1,800 into who knows what else, and I guarantee you it wouldn't even come close, unless you're like some random penny stock that just happened to take off. I'm trying to think. Even if you put it in, Tesla, you probably would have returned more, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you would have put in Tesla or Apple, but if you would have put in Ford, no. You would have put in Facebook, no. You would have put in Google, I don't think so. I'm just naming some like big stocks. Any big stock, none of that. It'd be very rare. It'd be hard to find a stock that could do better than this. That will be it for this video. Also, this is sponsored by the Night Library. If you haven't checked them out, they have a Kickstarter going on right now. You can go on their website. They have free comic books to read. It's a brother duo, David and Daniel. And they basically are creating this website for other creators. Right now, it's just their books, but other creators can hop on and they can basically upload their comic books. It's a way to get people known in the comic industry if you're just starting out. Check them out. Have a good weekend.